Hola Eloy, ¿cómo estás? Aquí Gerardo nuevamente. Oye, una disculpa por no haberte escrito antes, temas de la universidad, pero bueno, aquí andamos. Oye, donde nos quedamos para el examen de civismo, pues voy a hacer lectura a las 100 preguntas para que pues lo tengas tú muy bien presente. Déjame aquí, voy a proyectar la pantalla, dame un segundo. Y listo, bueno, como nos quedamos en la sesión anterior, pues bueno, ya más o menos entendimos la estructura de las 100 preguntas. Eh, si me lo permites, pues bueno, hago lectura conforme a las a las preguntas oficiales de inmigración. Entonces, empezamos. Acuérdate, son tres partes, ¿no? La primera, American Government. Number eight, empezamos, perdón. American Government, Principles of American Democracy. Number one, what is the supreme law of the land? The answer is the Constitution. Number two, what does the Constitution do? There are three answers. First, the Constitution sets up the government. The Constitution defines the government. And the Constitution protects basic rights of Americans. Number three, the idea of self-governance is in the first three words of the Constitution. What are these words? The answer, we the people. Number four, what is an amendment? The answer, the amendment is a change to the Constitution or an addition to the Constitution. Number five, what do we call the first amendment to the Constitution? The answer is the Bill of Rights. Question number six, what is the one right of freedom from the First Amendment? The answers are freedom from speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, freedom of petition of government. Question number seven, how many amendments does the Constitution have? The answer is 27 amendments. Question number eight, what did the Declaration of Independence do? The answer is announce our independence from Great Britain. Also declare our independence from Great Britain, and also said that the United States is free from Great Britain. Question number nine, what are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? Rights for life, for liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Question number 10, what is freedom of religion? The answer is you can practice any religion or not practice any religion. Question number 11, what is the economic system of the United States? The answer is a capitalist economy and a market economy. Question number 12, what is the rule of law? The answer is that everyone must follow the law, that leaders must obey the law, and that government must obey the law, and no one is above the law. Part B, System of Government. Aquí entra la segunda parte que habíamos comentado para el examen, ¿no? Entonces, lo primero fue todo sobre el gobierno americano y lo segundo va a ser la parte del sistema de gobierno, ¿no? Entonces, vámonos. Question number 13. Name one branch of the part of the government. The answer is the Congress, legislative, the president, the executive power, the courts, and the judicial system. Question number 14. What stops one branch of governments from becoming too powerful? And the answer is checks and balances and separation of powers. Question number 15. Who is in charge of the executive branch? And the answer is the president. Question 16. Who makes federal laws? The answer is the Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives, and the US or national legislature. Question 17. What are the two parts of the US Congress? The Senate, the answer is the Senate and the House of Representatives. Remember, House of Representatives is la Cámara de Diputados. Question 18, how many US senators are there? The answer is 100. Question 19, we select a US senator from how many years? The answer is 6 years. Question 20, who is one of your state's US senators now? The answer here will vary, but let's check. Senators from Illinois. Okay, we will go back to that one. Question 21. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? The answer is 435. 435. Question 22. We select a US representative for how many years? 2 years. Question 23. Name your US representative. Here, Eloy, we will look for US representatives in Illinois, ¿no? Lo revisamos terminando la sesión, Eloy. Question 24. Who does a US senator represent? The answer is all people of the state. Question 25. Why do some states have more representatives than others? And the answer is because of the state's population, because they have more people, or because some states have more population. Question 26. We elect a president for how many years? And the answer is 4 years. Question 27. In what month do we vote for president? The answer, November. Question 28. What is the name of the President of the United States now? The answer here is Joe Biden. Question 29. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? The answer is Kamala Harris. Question 30. If the President can no longer serve, who becomes President? And the answer is the Vice President. Question 31. If both the President and the Vice President can no longer serve, who becomes President? And the answer is the Speaker of the House. Question 32. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? And the answer is the President. Question 33. Who signs bills to become laws? And the answer is the President. Question 34. Who votes the bills? And the answer is the President. Question 35. What does the President Cabinet do? And the answer is advises the President. Question 36. What are two cabinet level positions? And the answer, I'm going to state all the cabinet, all the secretaries that are formed. First, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Education, Secretary of Energy, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Secretary of Interior, Secretary of Labor, Secretary of State, Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Veteran Affairs, Attorney General, and Vice President. Question 37. What does the judicial branch do? And the answer is review laws, explain laws, resolves disputes or disagreements, and decide if the law goes against the Constitution. Question 38. What is the highest court in the United States? And the answer is the Supreme Court. Question 39. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? We will check this answer after the session. Question 40. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? Chief of Justice of the United States. Let me check. My internet's falling, Eloy, so let me just go back and put it again. Question 41. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to federal government. What is one power of the federal government? The answer is to print money, to declare war, to create an army, and to make treaties. Question 42. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? And the answers here are to provide schooling and education, to provide protection with the police, to provide safety with fire departments, to give a driver's license, and to approve zoning and land use. Question 43. Who is the governor of your state now? Here the answer will be the Chicago governor. Question 44. What is the capital of your state? Illinois will be Chicago. Question 45. What are the two major political parties in the United States? And the answer is the Democratic and the Republican Party. Question 46. What is the political party of the president now? And the answer is the Democratic Party. Question 47. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? And the answer is Nancy Pelosi. Here, Eloy, there's the third part of the exam, which is rights and responsibilities. So we go to question 48. There are 4 amendments into the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. And the answer is citizen 18 and older can vote. Also, you don't have to pay a poll tax to vote. And any citizen can vote. Women and men can vote. And also a male citizen of any race can vote. Question 49. What is one responsibility that is only for US citizens? The answer, serve on a jury and vote in federal election. Question 50. Name one right only for the US citizens. The answer, vote in federal election and run for federal office. Question 51. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? The answer will be freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom to petition the government, freedom of religion, and the right to bear arms. Question 52. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? And the answer is to the United States and to the flag. Question 53. What is one promise you make when you become a US citizen? And the answer is you give up loyalty to other countries, you defend the Constitution and laws of the United States, you obey the laws of the United States, you serve in the US military if needed, you serve, do important work for the nation if needed, and you are loyal to the United States. Question 54. How old citizens have to be to vote for president? 18 years old. Question 55. What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? And the answer is to vote, to join a political party, to help with a campaign, to join a civic group, to join a community group, to give an elected official your opinion on an issue, to call senators and representatives, to publicly support or oppose an issue on policy, to run for an office, and to write a newspaper. Question 56. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? And the answer is April 15. Question 57. When must all men register for the selective service? And the answer is at the age of 18 or between age of 18 and 26. Then there is another part, Eloy, about American history. In the American history, there are also three parts. The first part, the colonial period and independence. Question 58. What is one of the reasons colonists came to America? And the answer is freedom, political liberty, religious freedom, economic opportunity, practice a religion, and escape persecution. Question 59. Who lived in America before Europeans arrived? And the answer is American Indians of Native Americans. Question 60. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? And the answer is Africans and people from Africa. Question 61. Why did the colonists fight the British? And the answer is because of high taxes, taxation without representation, because the British Army stayed in their houses, boarding and quartering, and because they didn't have self-government. Question 62. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? And the answer is Thomas Jefferson. Question 63, Eloy. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776. Question 64. There were 13 original states. Name 3. And the answer is New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Question 65. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? And the answer is the Constitution was written and the founding fathers wrote the Constitution. Question 66. When was the Constitution written? In 1787. Question 67. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, and Publius. Question 68, Eloy. What is one of the big Benjamin Franklin is famous for? He was a U.S. diplomat. He was the oldest member of the Constitutional Convention. He was the first Postmaster General of the United States. He was the writer of Poor Richard's Almanac, and he started the first free libraries. Question 69. Who is the father of our country? The father of our country, I'm sorry. And the answer is George Washington. Question 70. Who was the first president? And the answer is George Washington. This is, then comes part B of the history lessons. Then we go to 1800s. Question 71. What territory did the United States buy France in 1803? The answer is the Louisiana Territory. Question 72. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. And the answer is the War of 1812, the Mexican-American War, the Civil War, and the Spanish-American War. Question 73. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. And the answer is the Civil War. Question 74. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. And the answer are slavery, economic reasons, and states' rights. Question 75. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? And the answer is free the slaves, Emancipation Proclamation. He saved or preserved the Union, and he led the United States during the Civil War. Question 76. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? And the answer is free the slaves in the Confederacy and free the slaves in the Confederate States or the Southern States. Question 77. What did Susan B. Anthony do? And the answer is fought for women's rights and fought for civil rights. Then comes the part C of the recent American history, another important history information. Question 78. Name one war fought in the United States in the 1900s. And the answers are World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Persian Gulf War. Question 79. Who was the president during the World War I? And the answer is Woodrow Wilson. Question 80. Who was the president during the Great Depression and World War II? And the answer is Franklin Roosevelt. Question 81. Who did the United States fight World War II? And the answer is Japan, Germany, and Italy. Question 82. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? And the answer is World War II. Question 83. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? And the answer is communism. Question 84. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? And the answer is Civil Rights Movement. Question 85. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? And the answer is he fought for civil rights and he worked for equality for all Americans. Question 86. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? And the answer is terrorists attacked the United States. Question 87. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. The answers, I'm going to list all of them. Cherokee, Navajo, Sioux, Chippewa, Choctaw, Pueblo, Apache, Iroquois, Creek, Blackfeet, Seminole, Cheyenne, Arawak, Shawnee, Mohegan, Huron, Oneida, Lakota, Crow, Teton, Hopi, Inuit. Then we go to the last part of the exam, Eloy, which is integrated civics. And this is part A, geography. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. And the answer is Missouri River and the Mississippi River. Question 89. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? And the answer is Pacific Ocean. Question 90. What ocean is one of the east coast of the United States? And the answer is Atlantic Ocean. Question 91. Name one U.S. territory. And the answer is Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Island, American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, and Guam. Question 92. Name one state that borders Canada. And the answer is Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington, and Alaska. Question 93. Name one state that borders Mexico. California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. Question 94. What is the capital of the United States? And the answer is Washington, D.C. Question 95. Where is the Statue of Liberty? And the answer is New York Harbor in Liberty Island. Part B, symbols. What does the flag have? Why does the flag have 13 stripes? And the answer is because there were 13 original colonies and because the stripes represent the original colonies. Question 97. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there is one star for each state. And there are 50 states. Question 98. What is the name of the national anthem? And the answer is the Star Spangled Banner. Part C, holidays. When do we celebrate Independence Day? And the answer is July 4th. Question 100. Name two national U.S. holidays. The answer will be New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Days, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgivings, and Christmas. Ok. Bueno, Eloy, aquí ya termino de compartir la pantalla. Mucha suerte en el examen, viejo. Una disculpa por la tardanza en esto. Ahí luego me pongo de acuerdo con el equipo de instituto. Y pues bueno, te mando un abrazo. Avísame cómo lo escuchas esto, si va bien con el ritmo, con todo. Y pues recuerda, ¿no? Practicar, practicar y practicar para que ahí te ayude mucho. Nos vemos y cuídate. Adiós. Bye, bye.